Good morning, children. I hope you all are keeping well. In continuation with chapter 3, we are going to start with today is how do metals and non-metals react with each other. Basically, we are moving towards the topic that how ionic compounds are formed. In class 9, you have done two basic things. That was that what is the valence electrons in an atom, and on the basis of valence electrons you have learned that we can find the valency of an element. The outermost electrons in the shell, that is, for example, here you can see helium outermost shell is K shell, 2 electrons are there. In neon, outermost shell is L, it has 8 electrons, and M shell is outermost and it has 8 electrons. Thus, these are called inert gases or noble gases because they have completely filled K shell, L shell, and M shell, and most importantly, except helium, they have 8 electrons in their outermost shell. Similarly, metals like sodium, magnesium, aluminium, potassium we have discussed previously, and non-metals nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, phosphorus, they also try to accommodate 8 electrons in their outermost shell by either losing the electrons or by gaining the electrons, and this combining capacity of an atom is known as valency. How we find the valency? By subtracting. If we have valence electrons 1, 2, 3, then the valency is 1, 2, 3. If valence electrons are 4, then the valency is also 4. But if valence electron are 5, 6, 7 and 8, then we subtract it from 8. For example, 8 minus 5, valency will be 3. If a atom has 6 electrons in its outermost shell, as here you can see oxygen, its valency will come out 8 minus 6 is equals to 2. Similarly, fluorine will have 7 electrons. These are the valence electrons in its outermost shell, and the valency will be calculated as 8 minus 7 is equals to 1. Phosphorus has 5 valence electrons, so the valency will be calculated 8 minus 5 is equals to 3. Sulfur has 6 electrons in its outermost shell, and the valency will be calculated 8 minus 6 is equals to 2. So we calculate valency by subtracting. If we have valence electron 5, 6, 7, 8, if valence electrons are 1, 2, 3, then the valency remains same, that is 1, 2, 3 only. Now we have learned that when an atom loses electrons, it becomes positively charged ion because, for example, suppose we talk of sodium here. Sodium have total number of electrons 11, that is equals to the atomic number of it. It is atomic number. Similarly, number of protons are also 11. When it has not formed an ion, that means it has not lost any electron, the atom is as a whole neutral. Number of protons are equal to number of electrons. But if it loses one electron, suppose it gives one electron to chlorine atom or fluorine atom, what happens? It gives one electron, thus the number of electrons reduced to 10, but the number of protons remains as 11 only. So net charge gained by it will be plus 1. Thus sodium is Na plus. Similarly, fluorine, if we talk of fluorine here or chlorine, which has the configuration of 287, it takes one electron from sodium, then number of electrons becomes 18 and number of protons remains same as it was earlier because it has not gained any proton. It has gained only one electron from sodium. So, net charge will be 17 minus 18, 17 number of protons and minus charge for electrons, that was 17 minus 18 is equals to minus 1. Thus, this way they form the negative charge on the chlorine atom. Now, we have learned that how positive charged ions are formed and how negative charged ions are formed. Now, let us discuss how these metals and non-metals react with each other step by step method and form an ionic compound. Metals, as we discussed just now, by losing electrons form positively charged ion. As you can see here, sodium 281 is the configuration. By losing one electron, it forms Na plus and one electron lost by it is written in the product part. Chlorine 287 gains this one electron lost by sodium and forms chloride minus ion. And the last step we are showing is known as electron dot structure or Lewis structure. You can see here, children, that sodium 1 electron, that is the valence electron, is shown here, and in chlorine also 7 electrons have been shown here. What is that? 7 valence electrons of chlorine have been shown here. So you have to keep it in mind that in this is the rule in electron dot structure, that you will always put only valence electron symbol. Sodium has 1 electron in valence outermost shell, thus the 1 dot have been shown here for the valence electron, and chlorine has 7 valence electrons, so 7 cross have been shown here. Second rule is that all 7 electrons will not be distributed haphazardly, rather they will be put in a certain order. For example, 2 electrons above the chlorine, 2 on the right hand side, 2 at the bottom, and 1 left over is written on the left hand side of chlorine symbol. So 2 yani ki 1 pair have been distributed in all the 4 corners of an atom. You cannot write like 3 electrons on one side and 3 on one side and 1 alone at one other side. That is wrong method. You have to follow these rules, that is valence electrons will be shown, and secondly the 2 different elements will have different symbols for their valence electron, like sodium here is having dot and chlorine have cross, and the 7 electrons or 6 electrons, more than 2 electrons if it has any of the atom, they will be distributed in all the 4 corners if they are more than 6. So this way we need to follow. Now let us see what is the last step. How to write this ionic compound is that sodium has transferred this 1 electron to chlorine, and thus in product we have got sodium plus charge ion and chloride minus charge ion, but the electron, valence electron of sodium have been shown with chlorine. Thus sodium chloride bond is formed. Now let us see another structure, that is of magnesium chloride. Now we know magnesium have configuration of 282. By losing 2 electrons, it will lose 2 electrons to gain the stability so as to have 2,8 configuration. So 2 electrons are lost by 8. Chlorine, each atom, only one atom will be shown here, right? So one atom needs 1 electron. By gaining 1 electron, it becomes chloride ion and the configuration becomes 2,8,8. But when we will show structure of magnesium chloride, here we need to show 2 atoms of chlorine with 7 valence electrons and magnesium with 2 valence electrons, transferring 1 electron to each chlorine atom, such that in the product form we get magnesium 2 plus charged ion and chloride 2 atoms along with 1 electron each from the magnesium, and bracket K, outside the bracket we will write down 2. Thus it completes the formation of magnesium chloride. So this way many examples you can do. The tip of the day for doing this is that what you do, you write the formula of a compound first, such that you will come to know that how many atoms will be written in the last step. So few more examples we will take in the next video. Thank you.